Joining me now, the co-author of the book, Hans von Spakovsky. Hans, we welcome you to America's Forum.
Thanks for having me on.
Hans, you and John Fund co-author this book. What do you hope people will learn when they pick it up and read it?
Well, I don't want to give people nightmares, but I'm afraid that's what it's going to do, because they're just going to be shocked at how the Justice Department, as you said, has been transformed really into one of the most politicized institutions in Washington. And I can tell you, that is the last thing you want in the chief law enforcement agency of the United States.
Well, as we understand it, you're reporting for the book, your research, you had access to confidential information. How were you able to find credible sources who would talk to you in putting together this book?
Well, because there are still people inside the Justice Department who are just shocked and upset at what's going on. I mean, we had one source who's still working there who told us that Holder has racialized and politicized the department in a way that it has never happened before. And she is just shocked at it. She doesn't know what to do about it. She and other folks like her, and I say she, but it could be a he because we got to protect our sources, they're all saying it's really bad. In fact, one lawyer told us he's the worst attorney general since John Mitchell under Richard Nixon, and as you know, that's saying quite a bit.
So, with all of this that has gone on, not to mention some provocative situations where in his first couple of weeks on the job, February being Black History Month, back in 2009, he famously said, Americans are cowards about race. And you talked about some curious failures to prosecute what could be crimes under the Voting Rights Act. How has Eric Holder been able to survive? Is it just simply the fact he serves at the pleasure of this president and the president is pleased with Mr. Holder's brand of legal activism?
You know, that's exactly it. The president has backed him up with everything he's done. Look, they first met when Obama came to Washington as a new senator. They immediately clicked, as Holder himself put it. They have the same progressive utopian view of what America should be changed at, and Holder is Obama's lawyer. You know, he thinks of himself as Obama's lawyer first, as the Attorney General a distant second, and everything he does is geared towards helping Obama do everything he's doing. When the administration breaks laws, bends laws, changes laws, it's Holder at Obama's side saying, yes, it's okay for you to do this.
Well, you talked about bending the law, breaking the law. In the case of that recent swap of the Taliban 5 for Bo Bergdahl, a lot of concerns because the president did not, as required by law, notify Congress. So how was the president, and I guess more accurately, how was the Attorney General able to give legal advice that it really didn't matter?
Well, because he bends his legal opinions for the outcome he wants. Look, there's an even better example just last week. Remember last week, Holder said, we're going to provide legal representation, lawyers and paralegals, to illegal aliens. That is a straight-out violation of federal law. Federal immigration law says you cannot do that. And yet Holder just blithely stands up and says, oh, we're going to do it, because he knows the president will back him, and there's no way to really stop him from doing it.
A couple of weeks ago on this program, we had United States Congressman Paul Gosar of Arizona with us. Gosar has been involved in what seems to be a one-man crusade to impeach Eric Holder. Is that just a futile concept?
Well, I can understand why he would want to do it. I mean, there's enough outlined in this book to make people think, well, perhaps that's the correct remedy. But as you very well know, even if they voted articles of impeachment in the House, the trial would have to be in the Senate. And there is simply no way that Senate Democrats would ever agree to do that. There isn't anything, I don't think, that this president or Eric Holder could do that would in any way change their minds about this.
Well, here's yet another scandal. What's going on at the IRS? Lois Lerner, a lot of others implicated in targeting Tea Party groups. No one as of yet has faced any punishment. Is this another example of a politicized Department of Justice taking a powder.
Oh, it is. And we knew that when we discovered that rather than putting the criminal division, the public integrity section, that's who investigates public corruption, he didn't put them in charge of it. He put the Civil Rights Division in charge of it. That's not what the Civil Rights Division does, but he has his most loyal people there, and he put in charge of it a lawyer who's a big donor to the president. That was a way of being able to say publicly, oh yeah, we're doing a criminal investigation, but making sure that no one in the upper levels of the administration was indicted or prosecuted.
And conversely, we have the notion of reciprocity. When all the trouble started for Attorney General Holder on Fast and Furious, the president unfurled that cloak of executive privilege. Hans von Spakovsky, we appreciate your input. Look forward to the book that you co-authored with John Fund entitled Obama's Enforcer. Hans, thank you very much for your thoughts on your new book and on the Department of Justice. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
So you get the take from Hans on Obama's Enforcer, your take on the Department of Justice. Is it too politicized, or is the Attorney General doing a heck of a job? Your comments welcomed at Newsmax TV, hashtag America's Forum. There's also email, connect@newsmaxtv.com. And don't forget about Facebook. We're coming right back. There's more ahead on America's Forum.